Welcome to Poemify Podcast, the poetry and art talk show, where we celebrate the beauty and diversity of African art. Our show features interviews with African artists, poets, and other creatives who draw inspiration from the rich cultural heritage of Africa. In each episode, our host engages in a lively discussion with our guests, delving into the inspiration behind their art, the cultural significance of African work, and the role of poetry and arts in promoting and preserving African culture. So, if you're a lover of arts, poetry, or African culture, tune into our podcast today and join us on this exciting journey of discovery and creativity. Once again, welcome to Poemify Podcasts.
Welcome to today's episode on Poemify Podcast. I remain your host, Oluwatosin Isaac. Are you an entrepreneur who would love to add 6 and 7 figures to your bottom line? Do you want to learn the ropes on how to massively grow your business? I know the right man for the job, Dr. Onyeka Chiemelie. Dr. Onyeka Chiemelie is the CEO of Kizzy Service Hub. He is a highly sought after business growth strategist who over the years has helped small business owners and budding entrepreneurs add 6 and 7 figures to their bottom line. He is a brand and business management expert, a writer, consultant, leadership mentor, and speaker brand ambassador. He is also the author of the best-selling book, The Business of Content Marketing. Before launching his content and writing business, he was a student learner at reputable companies, promoted steadily and rapidly for efforts at increasing sales and closing deals. His expertise in working with renowned organizations lies in helping drive innovative ideas, leadership development, sales strategy, and profitable growth. He is a regular feature on RAVE TV Channel, The Sun newspaper, Arise News TV, Galaxy Television, TVC News, Channels Television, Nigerian magazines, and hundreds podcasts. If you want to know more about Dr. Onyeka Chiemelie, stay tuned. Welcome, Mr. Onyeka, to today's episode. We're good to have. Tell us more about you. Who are you?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Dr. Onyeka Chiemelie. I'm the CEO of Kizzy Service Hub Limited. I am a brand maker, a business management expert, a writer, a consultant, a leadership mentor, and speaker. I'm also the author of the best-selling book, The Business of Content Marketing.
Oh, thank you for this beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. So please, can you tell us more about your writing routine, if you have one? What is your writing routine like?
Thank you very much. I don't have a definite writing routine because I'm always inspired by everything around me. But I think I write more in the dead of the night when the world is more tranquil and calm. So that's more like the best time I pen down thoughts, which are usually social media content, business related content, and some of the fictional pieces I am working on. So my routine is pretty simple. Whenever I'm inspired, could be in the day, but usually in the night at the wee hours of the morning.
Thank you so much for sharing your writing routine with us. So can you tell us, how did you start writing? How did this journey begin?
Many years ago, I was an employee in an interior design firm, and that was the time when I was the one to collate the minutes. I was the one to form the body of content at which we will go through the program. All of the time I was doing this, I was honing my skills. I was learning how to write correctly. I was learning how to expand discussion so that I can capture everything we said. And these were the formative years. And then over time, I also began to write small fiction, go for fiction contests. So let's just say that my writing started way back in school. And then when I got my first job, on the job, I was able to expand that ability to, create content, compelling content, and all of that. So writing is inborn. Of course, we've been writing for a long time, but where did it start? Definitely was some of the jobs I've done and intentionally using this tool to learn. So for people who are into whatever they do at the moment and feel okay, there is no right time to start. You start right at the job, you start where you are, you hone that skill.
Wow, what an inspiring story. Like inbuilt. That's nice, and thank you for sharing your journey with us. Start where you are. Hope you guys have heard. Start where you are. You don't need to hit it big. Start small and grow with it. You see, thank you so much. So please, do you have a favorite author? Do you have a favorite book? We want to know, is there anyone that you admire their work so much? Please, we'd love to know.
Okay, early before my writing experience, I've always loved Onyeka and Chinua Achebe. There's this graphic detailing of our cultural ethos and tradition. I love to read Chinua. Chinua is very imaginative. The use of imagery is very powerful. Also very, very beautiful storyteller. So I love to read from Chinua Achebe and Onyeka. They are two of my best renowned authors, as it were.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, to the next question. Were there times you wanted to throw in the towel when you started your writing journey as a CEO? Were there times you just wanted to give up and forget everything? What kept you going?
Frankly put, there's always going to be time when nothing makes sense. There's always going to be those times when you second guess all your efforts because none of them is connecting. Now, life is neither a bed of roses nor is it a harbinger of thorns. So the conscious and resilient human understand that all of these challenges will always lead to a better, higher version of themselves. So those times when I was felt bad, I felt down, there was nobody encouraging me, I knew that good times will come. So there's a mental conditioning on the inside that in spite of whatever I'm going through today, my tomorrow will come, which is why I'm using this opportunity to talk to young people and tell them that no matter the condition, no matter the auditors, the challenges and the dilemma you're in at the moment, your beautiful future will come if you don't die, if you don't throw in the towel. Most of the people we celebrate today had their dark nights, had their 12 PMs, had their 10:30s, but at the 11th hour, they did well. They came out victorious. So those times will test everything about us. It will test your faith in God. It will test your mettle. It will test your spirit. It will test everything about you. But if you stay true to who you are, your beautiful morning will come.
Thank you so much. Something you said got me. Mental positioning. We should all have positive mental positioning because nothing lasts forever. So the hard times will come and to go, and then there'll be light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much. So to the next question, how did you balance being a writer, a business consultant, and a CEO? How did you balance it?
On balancing some of the things I do, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, still being a filmmaker and all of that, and an author. The truth of the matter is, if you have great command of your time, you should be able to do a lot of things. We are here to do things. Mental laziness and lethargy is one of the problems with young people, which make them always, lazy. They don't want to get things done. I don't think there was any kind of special whatever with time. All I just knew is that I need to get these things done. I am a working brand and I'm thriving one at that. So which means in the day I am in one capacity, discharging my duties. For instance, I'm a brand maker, I'm an image maker, and in the day I'm creating those content and I'm doing this in the office. In the night, I'm coming back again to become an author, where I'm writing my books and I'm creating. The truth of this is, small droplets of water makes a mighty ocean. So what it means is that you are a rich blend of everything. You know what you want as your future, and because of that, you're tireless, you're resilient, you're tenacious to achieve what you want to achieve. You have your dream in mind and you want to get it. So it was easy, actually, because I know we all have 24 hours. What differentiates me from other people is the amount of hard work and result I get after. So with that, I'm able to tell myself, in the day, this is what you achieve, and so time is the other thing you. So I work round the clock, actually, to be able to come to a point where I can say, yes, there's relative results with every other thing and everything I do.
Wow, yes, you do have a point. We need to manage our time properly, and besides, we all have 24 hours, but how well we use our day determines the products. Thank you so much. So please, can you tell us a little about your best-selling book, The Business of Content Marketing? And can you tell us the challenges you faced during the writing or publishing of the book?
The book, The Business of Content Marketing, is actually an enthralling book, body of work, that helps customers, or rather that helps business owners attract customers effortlessly to their business. It gives business owners the ability to generate sales online at their discretion, and helps them to effectively create compelling content that holds their customers. When I was writing this book, there were very much people talking about content creation and marketing at the time, and I was very, very financially unavailable. I wasn't good with my money, but I knew there was a place for this book. I knew there was a lacuna that needed to be filled by the information I had to share. So against all odds, I churned out this content, even when at the time I was not financially stable. Today, it's a means of alternate revenue generation for me, and has done robust figures in different countries. So what are we talking about? This book is one that helps you understand what content does for your business, brings your target audience to you, holds them in, and help you understand some of the things you put in place so that your customers will be there for you at all times. Writing is gruesome. So when I was doing this, not only that I didn't have enough financial strength at the time, I was also going through a loss in the family line, and my health was shaking. But in spite of that, we churned out one of the best-selling content from the Nigerian space.
Quite motivating. Thank you so much for churning out this beautiful art called The Business of Content Marketing. Thank you for blessing lives. We are grateful for the gift of this book. So last question, what advice do you have for wannabe writers and authors and those trying to grow their small businesses? What advice do you have for those people?
Well, for young people, budding entrepreneurs who are trying to build their brand online, the first advice I'll tell you is to start from where you are. You may not get all the money you need, but you need to curate those things. Start with the little opportunity you have. Secondly, Rome was not built in a day. So while you are looking for that beautiful skyscrapers to come out with, to churn out, please engage in those small writing contests of small money to build your craft. Find a way to, use all of those small opportunities you have, maybe radio or social media, so that people can see you. Okay. Also understand that you must serve before you become the master, which means that there's a place for pro bono. Reach out to some of these reputable people you want to be like. Look for something that you're going to do for them. Sometimes it gives you unbridled access to a lot of opportunities. So this is some of the very realistic points that will help some of these people who are starting out. Then online, on social media, be intentional with what you churn out. Have a very specific niche. Understand that you may not get the clap today, but you'll get the applause tomorrow. It's a step by step. There is no jumping. You will get there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for today. I've learned a lot, and I believe our listeners too have gotten one or two. So please, business owners, start from where you are. You do not need billions in your account to start something. Start small, but start smart. Please start small, but start smart. Yeah. And for those running social media accounts and businesses, please have a niche. Thank you so much for the advice. Thank you for the amazing things, your experiences you've shared with us. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your time. We are glad, we are happy to have you on this episode. God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much for hosting me today. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to share thoughts with young people and to amplify my voice in amazing fraction. I'm also using this opportunity to say to young people that the future is bright for them all. Thank you very much. We'll see you again. God bless you all.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Poemify Podcast. We hope you enjoyed every bit of it. Did you? If yes, do well to share with your art-loving friends. It's the least you can do for art's sake, you know. See you on the next episode.